Shahram Akbarzadeh is Professor of Middle East Politics at Australia's Deakin University. He joins me now live from Melbourne. Professor, great to have you. Israel says it is on high alert for expected Iranian attacks as the world warns Tehran of consequences. How close, realistically, how close are we to see a war, an all-out war between the two countries?
Well, we are a very dangerous territory. I think Israel has really planned this well. They were provoking Iran to respond by attacking the consulate. The consulate is internationally recognized as part of the sovereign territory of a state. So they know that Iran has to retaliate. Iran can't simply send its proxies to respond to Israel. And any Iranian retaliation would then bring the US into the picture. And I think that's a very calculated move by Netanyahu's government to bring the US into the conflict against Iran.
Professor, following the attack on Iran's consulate in Damascus, Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei blamed Israel's Western allies for not deterring Tel Aviv from widening the conflict. In a scenario in which Tehran does not retaliate, who can guarantee that Israel won't repeat such of an attack?
Absolutely, that's a very good question. There is no guarantee that Israel would not repeat such attack. If anything, Israel will be even emboldened to conduct such attacks against Iran. So Iran is really in a difficult situation because if it doesn't respond by military means, it's going to look weak. Is going to, in a way, give carte blanche to Israel to carry out greater attacks. The risk for Iran is that if it does retaliate in a military fashion, then it would open itself to further conflict directly with Israel and with the United States. And of course, in terms of military, Iran has no capacity to combat high-tech armies or high-tech military from the US and Israel. But more importantly, internally, any open confrontation between Iran and Israel or Iran and the United States would be very destabilizing for in the domestic affairs of Iran. Iran is a tinderbox of dissent. We have witnessed public rallies, public protests only 2 years ago that was put down by brute force. So the Iranian public is ready to explode. And any such confrontation would potentially open up the floodgates for more revolutions in Iran.
Professor Shahram Akbarzadeh, thanks very much for talking to us here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the time.
Thanks for having me.